owner of the coffee shop here in Minsk, and I'm recording this video about Revelation 3:10. I did give it a shot, but I had some problems because the phone evidently stops recording when you switch windows. So I switched to the Bible application and instantly stopped. So it was after 30 seconds. I lost the entire teaching there. I'll have to do that again when I get back to the apartment. But right now I'm going to go ahead and summarize it. I'm going to talk about what we need to do about this idea of tribulation. I'm not going to talk about the rapture, because the rapture is not a biblical concept. The second coming of Christ is, but the rapture is not a biblical concept, and it's not been one that's been in the church until Darby in 1860, somewhere around there. So if you do believe in the rapture, then you're literally a Darbyist. You're not a Christian. You're a Darbyist. You follow Darby, not Christ. So you need to revise your idea about what the Bible says about the second coming of Christ to synchronize with the Bible. So let's talk about Revelation 3:10 a minute. Not specifically the Greek. I'll get into that in the next video. And maybe I'll put them together into one video. I don't know. We'll see. But what it says there is very different from the King James. So if you're used to reading the King James or other English versions, most of the words that are translated in that single verse are incorrect. They're not what it actually says in the Greek. So I'm going to, from memory, try to give you what it says in the Greek. It says that you keep watch over the word of my remaining humbly under. Hupomone, from hupo and meno. Hupo is humbly under, and meno means to remain. And it's Christ's remaining humbly under. And I will keep watch over you from out of the hour of piercing that is intended by itself to come upon the whole civilized world. It's not the whole world like the earth. It's specifically the places on the earth where people dwell. So this piercing is not going to come upon the wilderness and animals and things like that. It's coming upon the civilized world, the places where men dwell. So what it's saying is that when we think about the tribulation, for example, or any tribulation, where Christians are going to suffer, or people will suffer and Christians will not. And that's what this is talking about, really, is that if you keep yourself, keep guarding and watching the word from God the Father, as Christ did, as he remained humbly under, then God will keep watch over you through the hour of piercing, so that you are not harmed and you're brought through that and out of it. He's not going to help you avoid it. He's going to keep you in it and unharmed. But you need to keep watch over the word of Christ's remaining humbly under. What does that mean? Peter said that we're to walk in his steps. We're to follow Christ in his steps. And that means we're to go off to the lonesome. That's what wilderness literally means in the Greek. The lonesome place. The place where you can be alone. And meet with the Father, as Christ did. And you find out what God the Father wants you to do for the day. What pleases him. You remember the prophecy by Christ. I keep referring to this in Matthew 7 at the beginning of his teaching, when he said that only those who please the Father in heaven will be saved. The others, he will say, I never ever knew you, no matter what they do. No matter what they do, he will say, I never ever knew you. They could be Billy Graham. They could be anyone, the Pope. They could be someone famous. They could be someone doing miraculous things. But Christ will say, I never ever knew you, because they were not meeting with the Father and doing what pleases him specifically for their life, for their day. And that's what this verse is referring to, where it says to keep watch on the word that comes from the Father. The same word that Christ himself kept watch on from the Father as he remained humbly under. So we are to remain humbly under. That's why the last video was about humility as the core of the Christian walk. And that's why I repeatedly point to this. That remaining humbly under is absolutely critical for your salvation. And if you don't do that, you won't be saved. So, there's no place for pride in the Christian life. There's no place for the Christian to be governing his own life and deciding what he should do, where he should go. No. No. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. Right? Galatians 2:20. So, this verse reinforces that, but it puts it in the context of a tribulation. Maybe the tribulation, maybe another tribulation. But the point is that it is a tribulation, and this is the way that we function in any tribulation. Any tribulation that we go through in life, any time where around us people are being pierced. People are being pierced around us. And the way that we are kept from that is by keeping watch on the word that comes from God as we remain humbly under, as Christ remained humbly under, doing the pleasing will of God. May the Lord bless you as you seek him with all your heart. Remember to subscribe down below and like the video and share it on your Facebook and other social media. And then make a comment, whether a question or a comment. We read all of them, and we try to respond to all. Get on over to our website, The Rooted Word, and start reading the translation and also the articles that we've posted. It's at therootedword.com, therootedword.com. And may the Lord bless you as you seek him with all your heart.